Hello guys, this is Octavious from North American Archery. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today is the start of my deer camp with my family, and we are on about 800 acres, and our section of it is about 200 acres, and then we're hunting with like 14 different other people, so there's a total of like 18 of us on 800 acres. So we're spread out. I'm in a zone called the deer reduction zone, and I should be allowed to take a buck again here in Indiana, but I gotta get a doe first. That's sometimes problematic in the middle of the rut because you see more bucks and then you have that temptation. But we're going to be patient. We're going to trust that the Lord is going to bring us a doe in front of the stand, so we can do what's called earn a buck. So I'm hunting really a rut funnel because it's like open timber. We scouted this area a couple years back. Never really hunted it before. I'm in a ladder stand. I haven't hung my setup yet. I'm just trying to do an observation sit today, kind of see where everything's at, maybe do some scouting here in a few hours. The goal is to kill a buck, then to get a doe after that. I've already seen early this morning, I saw a 6-pointer come by. Then I also seen a massive 8-point buck, or maybe being even a 10, but I couldn't get him on camera. So very exciting time for the rut. Bucks are on their feet, kicking does up. Doesn't get any better than this. It's only 54 degrees. It is November, get my watch out here, November the 15th, 2025. So what I'm hunting is this area right here. You can see right here that there's open timber all over here. There's a pond down over here. There's a pond that goes right that way, and the deer like to run through here and go all up here, in here, all around in here. And there's like a ridge right over there. Okay, there's a ridge up there. So they're running through this whole area right here. And so when we came here, when it had the first snow, there was tracks all through here. So we picked a tree, set up a ladder stand, and just to do an observation sit. Got the longbow ready to go here, the stalker stick bow, in deer season. So we don't care, right? As traditional archer, we do this all year, so it's fun. People sometimes make fun of us, but we get it done. So I'm hoping the Lord brings us a doe today, so the next couple of days I can focus on a buck. Stay tuned, and we'll do some scouting after this, find some spots, and we'll see what the Lord does. Talk to you soon. Another buck. A lot of activity sitting in this spot. I've seen 4 bucks. There has to be a hot doe in the area. It's a nice buck. Yeah, he's going the same direction as the other bucks. And there's another buck coming right now. Might see a fight here. Yep, 2 spike, a spike, and then the other buck. A lot of activity. the spot. Location's so important. Right now, we gotta harvest the doe first. And I probably would take the one on the left. But we gotta be patient. Hopefully they can kick up the doe so I can get her first, and then I can be in the game for a buck. Them's the rules. You know, I shot my first deer with a ladder stand. And I still have a spot for him in my heart. This ladder stand here, my father-in-law put here. And this is what I hunted out of this morning. And I've seen deer cross right over here. I had a buck come in, about a 6-pointer, and I had deer behind me as well. There is a area right here. There's a hill. If you can see that right there, there's a hill out there, and it crests up a little bit. They like to skirt around that, looks like, while I was in that ladder stand this morning, and they're headed that way. Also, there is a bunch of activity in those woods right there. I saw a pretty nice 8-pointer back there, and some other bucks as well, trying to get on some does. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back here right now. It's about 11 o'clock, and see if I can find a place to set up. Stay tuned. So, found a couple things. I got a nice rub here about waist high. And you can see some shavings down here on the bigger tree beside it. Doesn't look fresh, but it's a good sign. And also back here is another thick, swampy area. And it seems like we got some decent tracks right here coming through here. And it looks like they're following all the way down to those 2 trees right there, you can see. And I was hunting about 200-300 yards that way. So we come here, through here, and go down there, we might have a setup. There's some woods down here, and this is a transition area. And what I'm really looking for is a tree to set up on where I can cut the deer off from the woods and the bedding areas. Doe are bedding in all these areas all the way down in here. There's a pond back over there. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find a spot that's gonna put me in the game for a doe first, which I'm gonna have to hunt the bedding then. We got us another rub right here about a waist high. You can see that his horns is digging into the other tree, and then the sapling is getting pretty maimed, and that's about waist high. The other one is right over there. So this is basically showing you this is his walk area, or this is his direction, and all the rubs are on the side of this. So I'm thinking we can keep going down here, and we might find a couple rubs, maybe a few scrapes, and then we can see kind of where some of this bedding is at on this property. This area here is pretty beat. All down here, you can see that it's pretty dug in here all the way down. That rub is right there on the other side of that tree. So this is the direction that the deer are going. Let's keep walking down here and see what we can find. That's a big buck that did this. Now this tree is pretty big. I put my hand around it here. You know, I can't even get my hand around this. And it's about waist high. A little bit over waist high. Another one. A lot of buck activity in here. Here's where we're staying, right here in the A-frame. We've been coming here for years, even though I haven't been here in probably 5 years, 6 years. This is the A-frame right here. Got my target set up down here where I can shoot up off this hill and shoot down here hill like you're in a tree stand. But yeah, this is where we're staying. This thing was built, I think, in the 1980s, and it's beautiful because it's just nostalgia all the way around. So what we're actually hunting at is this way. You know, if we come down this path right here, I can get to my stand in about 15-20 minutes, which is nice because this is one of those overlooked spots right off the road of the land here that we're hunting. So I've seen a lot of deer. I've killed a few bucks in these woods right here, or right by this place that most people just walk by. All right, guys, I am sitting down on a log because I can't find a spot to set up my tree stand. But the spot's great. A lot of these trees are cricket. They got all kinds of limbs growing, gnarly things. And this is a swamp, so a lot of deer activity in here. That's the reason why we're hunting this area. However, I can't find a tree that fits the spot that I want to hunt. So I'm sitting on literally a log right here. You can see I'm sitting on a log, and my tree stand is right over here on the ground. As you can see, there's a tree stand and sticks. I got my bag right here, camera, me, and there is my bow right here, ready to go. So I want to go ahead and hang it up right here next to me, and hopefully I get a shot. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm gonna have some other content coming out at the end of this hunt to show you what the Lord's blessed me with. And I appreciate you seeing the update today on the trad bow deer hunting 2025 series. I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscriptions. Continue to turn on your post notifications. And remember this, you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next hunt.